unto your holy name. Thy kingdom is here, thy will prevail throughout the earth as it does in the heavenly realms of my soul. Unto your holy Father, who dwells within the soul of my being, whose name is I am. Om Saha Navavatu Sahana Unaktu Sahavirya Karavavahe Tejasvi Navaditamastu Mavitvishavare. Oh Lord, protect us as one, nourish us, Lord, as one. Let us flourish in thy strength as one. Oh Lord, as one. Let our knowledge, oh Lord, be changed to light and fill our hearts with love. Oh, let our knowledge, oh Lord, be changed to light and fill our hearts with love. Oh, Shanti, 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 Shanti. Om Shanti, 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 Shanti. Oh Lord, protect us as one, nourish us, Lord, as one. Let us flourish in thy strength as one. Oh Lord, as one. Let our knowledge, oh Lord, be changed to light and fill our hearts with love. Oh, let our knowledge, oh Lord, be changed to light and fill our hearts with love. Oh, Shanti, 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 Shanti. Om Shanti, 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 Shanti. Om Saha Navavatu Sahana Unaktu tu sahabiyam karavavahe tejasvi navaditamastu ma vidvishavahe. Om Shanti 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 Shanti. Om Shanti 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 Shanti. Shanti Shanti Shanti. There's no prophet to come, my dear. He's already here. No distance to travel from here. Nearer than near. Christ light you are. Krishna consciousness. Shiva be you are. My dear, you are.
Jane, if you can hear me, you're the 10th to come into the hangout, and we're just waiting for Ananta, and I wondered if you could go to YouTube for a while, and then I can let you in as soon as there's space.
Namah Shivaya. Hare Krishna. There's no prophet to come, my dear. He's already here. No name, no form to carry. Timeless being. Christ light you are. You are. Krishna.
Oh, I'm not sure actually, Jane. I'm just noticing there's two of you, isn't there? I don't know if one will drop away. I'm not sure. If you refresh and then, because you actually should be in the hangout, because I've just noticed you were within the first 9. It's just that there's 2 of you, so yeah. Try and refresh.
Namah Shivaya. Hare Krishna. Amen. Namah Shivaya. Hare Krishna. Christ light you are. You are. Krishna consciousness.
I can boot one, but I'm scared that he'll disappear. Should I?
Shiva you are. My dear.
Do you want to block Jane as well?
You are.
Oh.
Hare Krishna, Hare Hare Ram, Om Vasudevaya, Hare Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Gopala, Om Mukunda Govinda, Hare Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare Ram, Om Vasudevaya, Hare Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Gopala, Om Mukunda Govinda, Hare Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare Ram, Om Vasudevaya, Hare Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Gopala, Om Mukunda Govinda, Hare Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare Ram, Om Vasudevaya, Hare Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Gopala, Om Mukunda Govinda, Hare Hare Ram, Mukunda Govinda, Hare Hare Ram, Hare Hare Ram, Hare Hare Ram, Hare Hare Ram. Saha Navavatu Sahana Unaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahe Tejasvi Navaditamastu Mavidvishavahe. O Lord, protect us as one, nourish us, Lord, as one. Let us flourish in thy strength as one, O Lord, as one. Let our knowledge, O Lord, changed to light and fill our hearts with love. Oh, let our knowledge, oh Lord, be changed to light and fill our hearts with love. Om Shanti, 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 Shanti. Om Shanti, 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 Shanti. Oh Lord, protect us as one, nourish us food as one. Let us flourish in thy strength as one. Oh Lord, as one. Let our knowledge, oh Lord, be changed to light and fill our hearts with love. Oh, let our knowledge, oh Lord, be changed to light and fill our hearts with love. Om Shanti, 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 Shanti. Om Shanti, 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 Shanti. Om Saha Navavatu Sahana Unaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahe Tejasvi Navaditamastu Ma Vidvishavahe. Om Shanti, 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 Shanti. Om Shanti, 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 Shanti. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. There's no prophet to come, my dear. He's already here. No distance to travel from here. Nearer than near. Christ light you are. Krishna consciousness. Shiva being you are. My dear, you are. Amen. Namah Shivaya. Hare Krishna. Amen. Namah Shivaya. Hare Krishna. There's no prophet to come, my dear. She's already here. No maze, form to carry. Timeless being. Christ light you are. You are. Krishna consciousness. Shiva being you are. My dear, you are. Ananta, Namah Shivaya. Hare Krishna. Amen. Namah Shivaya. Hare Krishna. Christ light you are. You are. Krishna consciousness. Shiva being you are. My dear, you are.
Thank you, my dear, and namaste, namaste, everyone. A very warm welcome to Satsang today. Sadhguru Sri Moji Ji ki Jai. Thank you all so much for joining in. My throat is not sounding right. It's okay. If you're in the Hangout, the way to ask questions is to unmute your mic. And on YouTube chat, you can post questions over there so that we can look at them. It's never about the labels. We can use any label we like. But you are that which remains untouched through any of these appearances, including the appearance of your own presence. Now you can replace these words with whatever label you want. So you can call it awareness, you can call it nothingness, you can call it emptiness, you can call it pure seeing. But what we call it should not make us feel that now we know something. It is not about the label in itself. If we are truly feeling that even to say awareness, even to say nothingness or emptiness, doesn't truly describe what I see now, then this is the true position. But if we are saying that no, now I know awareness, then that becomes another conceptual idea. So then if we are this one, which remains untouched through any of this play, then what is the whole point? Because delusion or not delusion, identification or not identification, suffering or no suffering, doesn't matter to you. So then the play which is happening truly here is just that God is unassociated being. Unassociated with any concept, just the pure presence of being. In our definition or my definition, I say this is God. So this is God, and God has the power of belief, has the power to pretend. So when we say associated with a concept, God is pretending to be a person. That's all that is going on. God pretending to be a person and God not pretending to be a person. There is no individual entity here to speak about ever. It's just that God pretending to be this individual entity is what God is ridding himself of or herself of. So this is all that is going on in Satsang. Therefore, personally, nobody will ever be free. Forget about it. Either God will continue to pretend or it will free itself from this pretense. It's all God's will. So should we end Satsang now? We can speak as pretend person, or we can speak as what we see ourselves to be. So let's presume there is a choice about this. God is making this choice to speak as a pretend person or to speak as what God sees himself to be. So you as God, what choice are you going to make now?
We have already made a choice.
Hmm.
And looking when it is going to happen.
What is going to happen? God is going to stop pretending. Yes. Yes.
Because the longing is there in the pretend person to lose it.
Yes. So now, how to stop pretending? If God in this play was to presumably ask this question, then we have answered this. You answered this. You cannot pretend without believing your next thought. And the next thought could be anything. It could be that I have not seen myself in my true form. But you are the formless one. What true form are you waiting for? See, like Krishna, like Arjuna asked, after hearing all about the formless in the Gita, he still asked Krishna, but can you show my true form or your true form, the Virat Roop? And as Guruji says, Krishna must have been a little disappointed with that question. Because to first see that I am this formless one, untouched through all appearances, then again we pick up the voice of this pretend person, and then say, but I still haven't seen the true form of God. But all that we've been talking about is the formless one. And this sense of being, actually, we can say that this is form, no? Immaculate phenomena, unassociated being. But it doesn't have the fireworks which we presume that experience of God might bring. All there is being is being.
At least there should be total detachment and no raga and vishaka. So at least that is there.
As long as we are pretending, then all of these will seem to apply to us. And how do we pretend? By giving belief to some thought, no matter how true it might seem. But if you were not to believe even this one, then see, it's too simple. The problem is it is too simple.
Just not believing clear.
Yeah. Because the pretense is continued only through belief in thought. That's why I say that if you want to see God pretending to be a person, believe your next thought.
So we can disbelieve all thoughts.
Yes.
Because it may be a positive thought also
Yes.
disbelieve.
Yes.
Because thoughts are not.
Yes. Our thoughts are always on the premise that you are a person, which cannot be found. This is a very good question, and very often I get asked this. When you say don't believe your next thought, are you saying only about the negative ones? Because I know negative causes me a lot of trouble, but positive ones are good for me. No? But then already in this, good for me, we are speaking again as a person immediately. You see? So I am saying that this person is the imagined entity. Whatever we might believe about this person cannot be true because this person cannot be found. So then we paint a picture of ourselves being this person and we believe all the nice things, thoughts about this person. Does it help the truth? Because ultimately this person is non-existent. So this also comes from this fear that there's a feeling that God needs to rely on these positive thoughts to run this life happily. Because why we feel that we must not give up our positive thoughts is because this feeling that I will lose my happiness if I lose my positive thoughts. You see, but this think positive movement doesn't work. It's very well entrenched in the world today, but does it work? Are people much happier now since they've been reading these self-help books about thinking positive? Just short-term band-aid. Short-term band-aid which makes us personally feel little better for a short amount of time, but then we come back saying, but I try to think only positive, but why do these negative thoughts keep coming again and again? Because no person, a non-existent one, cannot create the thoughts, you see. So no matter how much we say, I will think only positive, it might seem like the mind plays like this for some time, but very often, again, the ugliness of the mind, the attack thoughts of the mind, they come back. That is why this think positive does not work.
But how to distinguish between something coming from the consciousness
Yes.
and something coming from the person?
Yes, this is very good. So there will come a point where you can feel like there are two qualitatively different voices which are speaking. You see, the voice of the mind which is still saying me, and this voice of intuition or the Sadguru or consciousness, as you said, it just might appear. And in its presence you feel so much love, peace and joy. It does not want anything. It has no expectation, no outcome, no sense of me also. Yet it might appear. You see, and there might be this urge that it wants to use this mouth to speak. See, this is how satsang starts. This voice might appear from here, and it is accompanied by the presence of love, peace, and joy. it seems like the words which are coming have been dipped in this honey. You see? You will experience them yourself. And with this feeling of dipped in honey, then you will trust it enough to let it use your mouth. In this way, then, initially, as this. Yes? Yes, that is very easy, because if it is, the ego is not accompanied by love. Ego and love, need, ego is another way of saying need. Need and love cannot coexist. You see? Yes. So when you sense the presence which is coming from the mind, it will only be accompanied by need. I want this, I need this, or I don't want this, don't need the same thing. You see, so it's coming from the mind. It's always about a me wanting or not wanting something. Something should be like this or should not be like this. I wish it was like this or I wish it was not. All this is from the mind. The me, the grasping voice, the wanting voice. And then it might be that you might find an intuitive voice which qualitatively feels different to you. You feel that this voice is so beautiful, so much love is felt when it is arising. You see, this voice you can trust.
And of course, to run the daily life,
Yeah.
there will be some things that need to be done.
Yeah.
That's okay.
That is okay too. You feel that we need to believe the mind to run our life.
You know, I don't know where it comes from. So, of course, that is okay.
So,
I will just assume it comes from.
no, don't assume. You check. No? You check. You see, also this so-called connection between thinker-actor will be disconnected. You see, this presumption that action is based on thought, which is very solid presumption that most of us have. You see, you will find that they are actually independent events. But because they happen one after another, we feel that because something comes after something, it must be dependent on that. This is a fallacy which is called post hoc ergo propter hoc. It's a Latin terminology which has been used for a long time, which means that just because something precedes something, we feel that that is the cause of that. So just because thinking seems to precede the action, we feel that thinking is the cause of the action. But you will find more and more as you deepen into this that thought is appearing and disappearing, action is appearing and disappearing. All is a play of consciousness itself. It is not correlated in this way. It's just like in the Yoga Vashisht, it is said that the crow is flying, it sits on a branch, and the coconut falls from that branch. So we feel that because the crow came and sat on that branch, therefore the coconut fell. But the coconut was anyway going to fall. But it's very easy to make this presumption that it was because of the crow that the coconut fell. But as you discover this, that's why we also wanted her to try this experiment. Just see if action still continues. And you'll find that as you are not believing your thought, still action is continuing. Even now in this interaction, you're not relying on your thought. You see, some thought might be coming. So sometimes it might feel like, oh, this is what I'm going to ask. But when your mouth opens, you might end up asking something completely different. You see? And you might say, okay, so why did I do that? How did I ask this instead of that? Many times there are decisions that happen like this, where we feel that today this is what I'm going to do. But if it was that simple, then everybody in the world would always keep up with their resolutions, thoughts, belief, decision, all of this. If it was like that, but yet they don't. If it was just dependent on thought, everybody will say yes. I'm going to take care of the body, I'm going to work hard to make enough money, I'm going to fix all my relationships. Who's been able to do it?
Those who follow their thought basically they. Those who
Yeah.
not follow
Those who follow every thought,
discipline.
those who follow every thought will either become suicidal or they'll want to murder somebody. No, it's true. It's true. You follow every thought. You feel that you're following your thoughts. Actually, there are many, many thoughts. Yeah? Seriously, it's like follow every thought for a month. Don't do it, but I'm saying if you were to, yes. But if you were to, I can tell you that very easy to then want to end it all seemingly, or want to end somebody else who's appearing in front of you. I've seen that. Or get, extremely depressed. Quickest way to get depressed, believe all your thoughts. Quick. Believe 100 thoughts. You will leave depressed from here. So it can only give this picture that I am your friend, I am helping you, these are positive things, think positive. God does not rely on positive thought. The one who can run this universe, you really feel it needs to rely on this small energy which is just coming and going. There's an intricate pattern, everything is connected in this realm of consciousness. You heard, no? Butterfly effect. A butterfly is fluttering in somewhere and causes a storm in the Amazon or something. So everything is so intricately connected that what does God need to believe in to run this life?
Where do thoughts arise?
It arises from the same pool of consciousness. It's part of this game where this game is coming. So you play the game where you are a computer character. You're James Bond in the game. And you put on the game, I don't know whether you've seen one of these, but it always has this thought. It always has this voice which says, Mr. Bond, your next mission is go and rescue this one. This is that voice. So that's part of the game, which is convincing you to give more enjoyment for the game, to give more juice to the game, to give more bite to the game. But if you've come to satsang, means you're tired of playing this Mr. Bond game now. You want to discover what you truly are. So self-help, that's why I keep saying that do you want to be a better cat or a free cat, or do you want freedom from the cat? See? If you want to be a better Mr. James Bond, then there are many, many books who can help you improve your skills, improve this, improve that. You can go to many counselors and teachers. But if you become a free cat, I would rather you miss that whole step. Because that is much more hard work for me. To deal with the spiritual ego is much more hard work. It's the Ravana's head. I have to cut it 10 times. A normal head I cut only once. It's like that. The spiritual ego, Ravan is the best example of the spiritual ego. What do we read about Ravan? He was Mahapandit. He knew all the scriptures. He knew all knowledge. And he had understood as a concept that I am God. As a concept, you see. So he said, why should I bow down to Ram? If he is God, then so am I. But we're still coming from this free cat. The intellectual understanding. So then I cannot even use words when it is the spiritual ego, because you will be saying the same words, I will be saying the same words, only that they might smell different. They might smell different. So to get through to you, I can only make a prayer then that may the presence of satsang, may the fire of satsang and the sangha burn this identity. So that's why I said I would rather that you miss that phase of recap. Prakash had sent a question. He said, Bhagwan said, only in the presence of Guru the heart opens, and not by reading, accumulating knowledge. Yes. If so, is it necessary to meet the Guru physically, or this meeting online itself is enough? So, it is not important what happens phenomenally. God is running that perfectly as it is meant to. It is not important what happens phenomenally. So, if it has to be that now the only intention, the only desire which is left for you is this desire for freedom, then the universe will collaborate with that to dissolve this personhood which is there. You see? If there is desire which is personal, then everything which happens in the universe will seem to perpetuate this personhood also. So if you're truly tired of the game, then just stay within, with your own presence. And if the Guru has to appear physically, then it will appear physically. If it has to appear in a hangout somewhere, it will appear in a hangout or YouTube. So God is not making a mistake. The universe is collaborating with your quest for freedom. And it is the only quest which will dissolve the one who seemingly had the quest itself. All other quests perpetuate this idea of the one that wants something, of the person. You see? If you say, I want something materially, then after you achieve that material thing, then it will seem like the sense of personhood got stronger. It felt like I achieved something. So the quest for freedom is the only quest at the end of which even this one who started the quest is let go of, is seen to be non-existent. Actually. Everything else is adding to that sense of person. So it is not for us to be concerned about whether the Guru will appear physically or in what form it appears. All that is important is whether truly all that is left for you is this feeling that I want to discover who I am really. Jerome says positive happens by itself, never a choice to be positive. Not kind or direct is one aspect of that. It is not a choice. Mr. Bond, be still. We should invent a Advaita game. Welcome, Mr. Bond. You are not Mr. Bond. Game over. You can also turn that sofa tomorrow so that you don't have to bend your neck. Could you do what? Put your camera up a bit. Up. As in like this or like this? You want to see more of me or you want to see more of the photos? Down. Okay. Oh yes, because those. Oh yeah, yeah. Must be part of the face must be getting cut off by the thumbnails at the bottom. Nick has a question. In not believing the next thought, isn't it still a person that chooses this? Tony points saying that it's prior to this entity identity, and all that exists just is as a happening. The power of belief does not belong to a person. In fact, nothing belongs to the person because no person exists. So the power of attention, belief, all belong to this consciousness itself. So it is God, it is consciousness which is choosing to pretend to be a person or not choosing to pretend to be a person. In the ultimate, that's why when I started, I said, ultimately, this also doesn't matter. The identification, the entity identification is not touching awareness. So you could have millions and millions of lifetimes, just like millions of computer games that you can play without affecting you. So awareness in the ultimate, in the absolute seeing, you see that I, whether you call it awareness, nothingness, nobody, it doesn't matter. This awareness is untouched by any of this identification also. But the point of satsang, but, but the point of satsang is only that being is saying I've become too associated with these concepts and I'm tired of this game. Can you rid me of all of these concepts? And therefore, a pointing like this, which is pointed to consciousness itself, saying don't believe your next thought. Otherwise, no need for anything at all. The play of satsang is happening, and in this play, all of us are playing these roles. Nothing has ever actually happened. Because if there is truly nobody, then how can anything have happened? So in this play, you will have many also expressions of the truths which will sound very contradictory to you. Because ultimately no words are true. See, like Bhagavan said, Maharaj said, all that you can truly say is that I am. And ultimately even that is not true. So nobody here is the custodian of the truths. No words can ever express the truth. Radhika wants to come, you can come, my dear.
Namaste, Father.
Must let me increase my volume
Can
a
you hear
bit.
me?
Yes, yes, but just all like usual, it's very mild, so you have to come close to the.
Okay. I'll talk loud.
Yes,
I'll try.
yes.
So, I, I just something, something's holding on here, and it's been very clear the last 2 or 3 weeks that something is just. It felt like there'd been this very big letting go for a long, long time. I thought, and then about 3 weeks ago, it just felt like something grabbed a hold. I just felt to bring it to you.
And what
It's
is
a lot
this
of
which
confusion.
has a hole? Something that has a hole. What is it? It just feels like it's some energetic holding, or does it feel like some concept is attached to it, or what is it?
It feels like there's something energetic happening here that's creating a lot of problems.
Yes, yes. But for even for energy to create a problem, it needs to rely on some concept.
Yeah.
And the concept could also just be that this energy is the problem. That itself could be the concept itself. It doesn't have to be an intricate concept. It can just be a simplistic concept like this energy shouldn't be here. So energy, is it still here? That energy which feels is still constricting something, it's still here right now.
No, it seems like it shows up. It shows up. I don't even know how to explain. there's just a lot of distraction, a lot of ridiculous distraction around career or health or whatever. And so it shows up in that way.
Yeah.
But it literally felt like something in it felt like I was sliding down a cliff, which was great. Like letting go. And then it felt like something reached out and grabbed a hold of like a branch. It was a physical sensation, but an energetic sensation. And since then, I just am very suspicious because I don't feel the energy, but I don't know that that means anything. My sense is something's holding on and resisting. There's been a lot of resistance, and like I keep coming in to hang out for weeks, and I just keep not talking to you. So I don't know. I just had to come up though because I don't want to perpetuate it.
Very good, very good, very good. So let's try to simplify this as much as we can. Let's simplify this as much as we can. You cannot resist without believing a thought. You cannot resist without believing a thought. And what we resist then persists. You see? What we resist then persists. But nothing which is appearing can be a problem if there is acceptance. So let me say again. We cannot resist without believing a thought or a concept. And what we resist then seems to persist. But nothing in the appearance can be a problem if it has my acceptance. Now, if it feels like there's something which is being resisted, and although it might feel like it's just energy, you see, the energy itself actually is not even resistance. Even energy can be accepted. It is only the concept that this energy should not be there. And sometimes the concept that if it seems like a beautiful energy, then sometimes the concept that only this energy should always be there, both of this is a resistance. And only what we resist seems to persist. And nothing becomes a problem if there is an acceptance. Acceptance means what? Non-resistance. Non-resistance means what? Not believing a thought. So we can say many, many words, but ultimately we must say, just don't believe your next thought. And the thought itself will say, come and say, but this doesn't help me because I have been not believing. You see, I have not been believing. And we believe this one. There must be a concept which still has some power. That is called resistance. If there is no concept that has any power.
It went out for a second.
Yeah. Oh, did I go out?
Sorry, I see something. It went out for a second. Sorry, Father.
Thanks. No. So, this sense that there is resistance without there being any concept itself is a trick of a concept itself. This itself has become a concept which we have believed, some of us. So Satsang is also here. She also sometimes has this belief in this concept that there is no concept here, it's just energy. You see, and this itself is the concept which has got now belief. It can be very subtle like this. It can be very tricky, sneaky, subtle like this. But nothing can survive your acceptance. Nothing can survive your acceptance. Because nothing can truly resist you. You are the Supreme Lord. What can resist you? Without your own power of belief, without your own power of pretending, what can become a resistance to the Supreme One? Give me a concept that you are believing and let's burn it together.
I missed it. I'm sorry. It's freezing a lot. I don't know if it's on my internet is sketchy tonight.
Is it okay for everyone else, or it's freezing for everyone? It's okay for everyone else.
Okay. Just me. Part of my satsang.
Yes. But the recording will be clear then. It means that the recording that we have, because it's clear for everyone else, the recording will be clear. And we can look at that also. But what I was saying was, right now, you give me a concept which there might even be minimal belief in it. And let's burn that. Like the concept could be, I need to work. I'm being completely useless, or my work is not going anywhere, or anything like this. Could be a concept. Is that what? Is that the one? Or you said about health. I need to take better care of my health. Something like this. Again, presuming some sense of personal choice, personal doership, personal responsibility. So whatever resistance there is can depend only on this. Can use the energy behind these concepts, believe in these concepts to appear to be a resistance.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's hiding behind my job. There's a concept that I hate being a therapist.
Hate
Which
being a therapist.
I'm not supposed to say that, but
Don't put
like
that on your website.
suffering. I know Anandi's laughing because she's heard this. So like
No, I said don't put that on your website.
I know, and I just started my new. It's
Oh, sometimes it works. This reverse, it can become reverse psychology. I hate being a therapist, and you might find there's a queue of people wanting to come.
um, but and it's clearly there's. It goes back to this to school. When I was in school, I didn't want to be a therapist. I mean, it's crazy. When I'm with clients, I can't find anything but love.
Yeah.
So it's not like it even I can substantiate it, but it comes and it comes. It's something's hiding behind it, and I've been dismissing it because it feels like, oh, this is just queer. This doesn't matter. I should be looking for, this is about truth. So it's really been hiding here, I think. I mean, like really big suffering, like drama suffering around it. So I know something's hiding there.
Yeah. So don't be a therapist.
I know, I know, I know.
It doesn't mean that the outward expression cannot be the one of a therapist. You don't be a therapist.
I don't know what happens
Don't be
here.
anything at all.
Something is there's very little space. It's where I feel when I look at
Anytime you
it, I
want,
start to feel like maybe I am a person. It gets very like I'm not so sure. It gets
anytime
maybe
we are trying to be or not be something, it seems like the spaciousness gets contracted. Every time we are trying to become something or not be something, it feels like our spaciousness gets contracted. You see? So what does it mean when we say don't be anything? It is again pointing to the same thing, which is that don't pick up a concept.
right.
Are you comfortable being without any concept at all?
I want to say yes, but it seems like I might not be. I think that's what's holding on.
Yes. So more and more we'll become comfortable together with this conceptlessness. I'm here to show you that this is completely possible. see?
There's
So
nothing
concept one,
nothing I can find but like a big yes for that when I hear you say that, and yet I see all these things hold on.
yes. So concepts will still appear, and they will appear and they will disappear, and you will play with them, but they won't really touch you. They won't seem to touch you like they used to. And there might be even a sense of wonder to say, okay, in the past, it's this very concept which could be so strongly felt as something here. Now it seems to mean nothing at all. Not that the concepts should disappear or the appearances should disappear. It's just that the same concepts now don't seem to have the same power. And one thing I want to, every time I hear somebody talking about work, I want to tell you this, that this work that all of you are doing, satsang, self-discovery, is the best work. You see? So if you want to have a concept around it, don't have the concept that it is the most useless thing, I'm a waste, I'm a good for nothing. You see? This is useless, what am I doing? If you want to have a concept about it, know that it is the most auspicious, the best undertaking that anyone can undertake. Till even this concept will fade. Because I find this very prevalent in satsang here, every satsang actually that I've been to, that because predominantly the world seems to be chasing a different sort of life, a different sort of endeavor, the ones who are just in the discovery of what they are, they somehow carry this guilt or this feeling that I'm not making good use of my life. But I cannot find a better use of our life. See? What is the better use of our life? We make some more paper and plastic, is that it? Our wallets are fuller and fuller of paper and plastic. Is that the best use? And we are running around like Guruji says, like frightened ghosts, scared of losing this paper and this plastic. Would that be the best use of our life? Also, it can seem like some very good causes can come. That you should be helping more, you should be helping more. Okay? But first, are you completely free from this suffering that you want to get rid of in others? You see? So all endeavors that the mind can paint, all these stories which the mind can paint, mean nothing compared to this self-discovery. And this is the only endeavor, the end of which nobody will ever say, I wish I'd done something else with my life. This is the only one. All other endeavor, materialistic, relationship, health endeavor, you could still say, oh, I wish I'd spent more time with my children. I wish I'd given them more love. I wish I'd shared something else with the world. You see? There are very popular things on Facebook, no, where nurses have done surveys on people who are dying, and there's the top 10 list and the top 15 list of what these people have said. You see? But nobody who has discovered the truth of what they are will give that sort of interview on their deathbed and say, oh, I wish I, oh, I wish. Then what must be the highest endeavor? So this is not a pep talk or a feel-good speech, although it might be sounding like one. But the fact is that somewhere I also feel that too much of this, this feeling that I'm not utilizing life well. It's too prevalent.
It's more people around.
Yes, exactly.
More than your
Exactly.
But how do you explain to people?
So then we must work on the need. Why do I need to explain to people? Because I feel some sense of validation must be coming from there.
Direct accusations
Yeah.
happen saying
Yes.
that you shouldn't do this
Yeah.
because it's useless,
Yeah.
and you have to stand there and somehow convince the
Yeah.
people
Yeah.
that it is important.
Yes. But my experience has been that I don't feel now. I used to feel earlier that I need to convince somebody. I find more now that people are automatically drawn and they say, "How are you so calm? How are you so peaceful? How come none of this bothers you?" And they want to have what you have. So don't let any words necessarily speak for you. Let your presence, let your demeanor speak for you.
Outside the immediate
Yeah.
family, words,
Yeah.
very close
Yeah.
relationships.
See, one you already is fine. Mother is already here. No? Or is she not?
That's okay, we can keep partners.
A partner. So the biggest, usually for women, it's a mother thing, no? Which bothers.
We being together.
Yeah. So this you're together. So half your battle is won.
Husband-wise, he's of my age. Generally, always there is
See, if
anger.
everything was peaceful, then you might not be in satsang. So life has to give that little bit of pinch and bite all the time to keep you here. You see,
Is there a better way to explain to them? There's some.
I found that the best way is not to explain. You see, because it feels like it becomes counterproductive. You see, I even asked one of the teachers I went to was Ramesh Balsekar. I don't know whether you've heard of him. He was a disciple of Nisargadatta Maharaj. So I asked him this, that Ramesh, it seems pretty clear to me, and who am I? This question seems to be sorted now, but how do I explain to my wife? Because she has no interest in who am I. So he told me that if you try to go and explain to her, then it becomes counterproductive. Because there's more repulsion, more aversion to this person. Let them come to you. Just be. You don't have to be spiritual also.
I want to figure it out before getting married, but it so happened I got pushed into and so yeah, I knew I would not have that much freedom after I make this choice to get married to figure these things out. But
Usually it is found that this kind of some trigger, some pinch, some bite is constantly needed for you to be open enough to assimilate what is spoken here because it is so direct. You see? If you mostly I've seen if you've not suffered enough or you've not felt constricted enough, actually inside the openness doesn't arise to be able to question the fact that I might not be a person at all, I might not exist at all. You see? So you'll find that those who are a little comfortable in their life situation are going more to yoga and to some breathing exercises and something and just feeling good momentarily. There is nothing which is making it so strong the fire that is open to this question: do I exist at all? You see, this openness is rare, and it usually comes when there's been. It feels like my master says, it feels like you've been pushed into a corner and you have no moves left. You see? For those who have come here, this creates a lot of openness because there's nothing phenomenal left for you to do. When we run out of moves means I cannot do anything in this phenomenal world. I have run out of moves now. And what to do? Just be open to the possibility that I don't exist at all. For those who still find something strong meaning in the phenomenal activity, those usually are not open to this question, do I exist? Therefore, life is not making a mistake even in your case. It is providing you all the direct raw material, all the direct fuel that is needed for you to be open to this direct inquiry. And if you were to take a survey of everyone who's here, they will say that life got me to a point where I was out of moods or almost out of moods. And that's what brought the openness for satsang. Yes, my dear, you want to say?
Question. So I know I'm not supposed to ask what to do, but I've I've
Yes, yes. You want to ask what to do?
I
You can
want
ask.
to ask what to do,
But I
even though
said don't ask what to do. I might not have given a good
I don't know
answer
what
for
to do
what to
about them.
do.
But I drop. This is one of those things that just is recurring. Okay.
Okay, so today I will
Three
define
concepts.
what to do. Will that be a good satsang? I will define
Don't
in
drop.
entirety what we can do. This is very good. Okay, so today we will define what to do. What does one do? So we'll go from what I always would just be seem the simplest to the most hardest. Although for the mind it might seem like it is the other way around. But I will go from for me what is the simplest and then go towards what is the hardest. Hmm? So simplest for me, you know what it is. The simplest for me is don't believe your next thought. Do that. So if that seems hard or that seems difficult, then what we must do is do self-inquiry. So you say, who am I? And how to do self-inquiry also, let's go deep into it today. So how do we do self-inquiry? So for those who are new to self-inquiry, they must say, who am I? And then they can actually look at the answer that comes. So the answer can come that I am the body. And then we can ask, this body is just made up of all the material that you have consumed, like food or water. Are you really this body? Am I really this body? And if it still feels like yes, then we can ask, but the body has no expectations from the world. No money, no relationship, no problem at work. So whose problems are these? Who is this one? Okay. Then some other concept can come like a thought that I am the soul, I am something. You see? So use this thought then and say, who is this thought appearing to? Then some feeling can come, feeling or emotion can come. Then you say, who is being touched by this emotion? Is this happening to me? Who is the me to which this happens? And in this questioning, first it starts with the negation that I am not this, I am not the world, I am not the body, I am not my thought, I am not my emotion, I am not even the presence. Then who am I? I must be that which is aware of all of this, which knows all of this. And in this way, we check again and again, just like confirming every morning that the sun rises from the east, till no more confirming is required. We do the inquiry. So then some will find that inquiry also not happening too difficult. So then what does this one do? Then then you can take some mindfulness meditation, some practice like that. So you can say that I will sit for half an hour and all my attention I will keep it on my breath. So then we come to the attention related exercises. Just put attention to the breaths, in, out, like this. Or you can say that there's a form of the divine which appeals to me, so let me chant that word. So it could be Ram, 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 chant, chant. So if this japa or meditation can happen, this is what we can do. Some will find that even this 20 minutes, this half an hour, I'm not able to do. So for those one, they can start with some yoga, hatha yoga practice and some breathing exercises along with that. You see? So just start with the body layer itself, because if the identification seems to be strong with the body, then we start with the body, we do some yogic practice from somebody defined by somebody who's truly understood what they are. So start with that yoga practice, do some pranayama, and it will give that space in the mind where deeper contemplation can happen. So in this way, so for me, the simplest to the hardest, because for me, the yoga practice is like the most difficult. Then the hardest is to sit and say, do some chanting, chanting, chanting. But then it is this inquire, inquire. And it's like, very simple. Don't believe your next thought. So, but if it still seems like it's going in the order of simpler to the hardest, then you start with what seems simple to you. But if it is for you, don't believe the next thought is the simplest, then this is an introduction to your most natural state where nothing needs to be done. Effortless. This is actually what, if you want to be fancy, you call Sahaj Samadhi, the natural Samadhi state. So there is, if there is still a feeling that I can do something, then all these options are available to us to do. If, in fact, if you see Be As You Are, this just reminded me of this, that if you look at Be As You Are by Bhagwan, it's a unique book because it is unique in this way. Because it says, if the first chapter is enough for you, you don't need to read the rest. But if it still doesn't seem clear, then read the second chapter. And if that is enough for you, then you don't need to read the rest. Then, if that is not enough, so it goes like this. Just this self introduction, self inquiry, then mantra, meditation, then yoga. I'm not sure exactly if all of this is there also. And from what I remember, it seems to be like that. So now I've spoken so much about what to do.
Yeah, I think there's just frustration because I know, and it just feels like it's slow. It's just the comparison thoughts
Yeah.
that it should be farther by now, and I should be clearer by now. All of that is happening.
But you know, this one is only leading you towards the spiritual ego. If it develops and it sort of comes to its idea of fruition in some way, it will only become that free cat. What you are is already free, you see. The one that is not far enough is feeling that I, as a person, have not yet got my freedom as a person. So then this also give up. This also give up. Just say yes. I'm useless at this. Let me just give this up. I'm not going to get freedom. You know? In fact, it's easier for people like us to say yes. I'm just useless at this. Yeah. For others who feel yes, yes, I'm understanding. I got there. I'm getting there. Then that is more trouble.
I don't. I don't understand anything. Less and
Yeah.
less. I mean, I don't know. Like, I don't know what awake is. I don't know. I don't even know if I know it's seen it. Like, I don't, it's just all, I don't know. I really don't know.
Yes.
more.
So then don't know anything. Don't know
Yes.
anything. But
And
you will
like
not be able to show me trouble if you know nothing. You see? So you don't know anything about therapists, don't know anything about work, don't know anything about health, don't know anything about relationship. Then
okay.
it's very beautiful here, not knowing.
I feel like I miss you.
I didn't hear you, my dear, but I heard something like I really miss you or something, which is good to hear.
I just it comes so strong. I just these feelings of miss like I feel like I miss you.
I can't make out what you're saying. But I keep hearing I miss you, so maybe it's time for you to come to Bangalore.
That's all it is. I feel like I miss you.
You can come in October or no?
I don't know. I'm open if it can happen, but it doesn't seem that it can.
Okay. Let's see. Let's see. I might have to come there then.
Please come here. Please. We have our little mini sangha.
I have to renew my passport actually. I have no feeling to travel.
Oh,
No feeling to travel. But okay, let's see.
thank you, Father.
Thank you, my love.
I love you.
I love you too. So everyone who wanted something to do is happy now. Yes. Yeah. I've tried all. Exactly. Have you tried not believing the next thought? Okay, so let me see how you try. Does it seem unnatural to not believe the next thought? Does it seem unnatural to not believe the next thought? Some effort. Yes, so when it comes to don't believe the next thought, initially it can seem like it is some effort. It is actually the letting go of effort. It's the putting down of effort. Because it is more tiring, even if you were to look at it logically, it's more tiring to give attention, belief to this thought stream which seems to be flowing. That must be tiring. How can just sitting and not giving it belief be more tiring? Because the habit is to give it belief, it seems like to withdraw my belief initially can seem more tiring. But this is not true. You will see that it's very natural. Let everything, outward, inward, just coming and going. There's nothing to do with me. Now maybe I should complete this pointing about don't believe your next thought. So the complete pointing is that when you say I will not believe my next thought, most thoughts I feel for most of you will be allowed to come and go. But there will still be some trump cards which have been strongly nourished by the mind, which seem to get some belief. Try as you might. They still seem like, oh, belief still goes to this automatically. I just hate this person. I just hate this person. If it's been nourished, then it seems like it still gets some belief. Then, for those ones, we can bring them into our inquiry and say, who is this one? Who is this one that hates another one? Who is that one? If there is nobody here, then is there somebody there? So use this for your inquiry. And don't leave it. Don't leave it. Come to the end of this inquiry. Who is this one? Who is suffering from this? Don't leave this inquiry. Sometimes what happens is we bring it into the inquiry and something feels better. And we say, okay, done. Don't leave it. Stay with it. Stay with it. Extract all the fuel out of it welcome it every time it comes, this thought, then you welcome it and you say, yes, I'm going to inquire more into this. And then the trick is on the trickster itself. Because the trickster played the trick to try and distract you, to get you identified, but more and more as you use it into the inquiry, and the trickster is left empty without its bag of tricks, because you're using even that for your inquiry. So you are the supreme intelligence. Whatever sneakiness, trickiness the mind acquires is also from you, from the supreme intelligence. So the trickster can never be smarter than you. So you use this, whatever it is throwing up at you, and you use that for your inquiry, and then you will find that more and more emptiness, more and more space. And these same thoughts which seem to have so much charge, so much magnetism, now doesn't even pull your attention as much as it used to. So this is the complete pointing. When we say don't believe your next thought, it is also that I know there will be some which seem to be very strongly nourished in the past, which still get your belief. So then you bring those into the inquiry.
Suppose we take the concept of hating somebody,
Yes.
then you said that inquire as to who is the person who is hating
Yes.
this other person. So it's very clear that it's the concept or the person
Yes.
that's hating. And then you said stay with it. So can you just elaborate on that?
Stay, if it's very clear, then nothing to stay with. It is very clear. What I was saying is that immediately when we start the inquiry, sometimes we say, oh, something feels good, forget it. So we don't forget it that because it's something that's recurring, it comes again and again, gets our belief, then we must really say, yes, I will inquire into this. See who is here that hates this one. Also, does that one, if there is no person here, is there a person there that can be hated? So what is really happening? So both ways we can see.
So Father, that becomes clear when I do the inquiry.
Yeah.
But there's not this overflowing
Love
for
okay.
oneness. Like I don't feel like everybody is my own. Like so, I heard it in one of the previous songs, but I can't understand it because I feel like a part of me feels like I should feel oneness with everybody, but I don't feel that oneness.
Yes, but because oneness truly is not a feeling. Oneness is a seeing. But all there is this awareness within which there is this one being. It's a seeing. Even oneness does not rely on a feeling. This is another very common misconception. So I'm happy you bring it up. Because there's this feeling that, yes, I see. That all there is this awareness within which the presence of being comes. And in the light of this being, this entire play is happening. Already we see that this entire play is one. In the light of being. Being is one. Seeing is one. The play is also ultimately one. So now, does it rely on any feeling? No, it's just a simple seeing.
So oneness is just awareness.
Yes, ultimate oneness is this just one awareness. Then, at the root phenomena level, of the God level, you can say one God, because one being, which is the presence of who is felt here. Then, one world, which is outside, which is projected by this being itself. In the light of this being, this world seems to exist. This is oneness. Nobody said that this feeling of love, this feeling of brotherhood should constantly be there or something like this. No feeling comes and stays. But because this is a seeing, because this is your own seeing that this is one, nothing can shake that. So this is the underlying piece, which is not a feeling-based piece. The underlying love, which is not a feeling-based love.
So there's a confusion.
Yeah,
I'm confused with the question also, but I just say like it's all one, right? So your one and my one is the same one, or
no, it's only
can just
my one. I can only say it is my one.
Because everything else is a projection and
your
everything else is an appeal. So that's why it's one.
Then we can say that everything here is made up of the same stuff, which is consciousness. In the light of being, all this exists. In consciousness, all this exists. When there is deep sleep, no consciousness, nothing exists.
I'm a little confused, but
Yeah, you can see. So, you see, in deep sleep, nothing is there. Yet you know there is something called sleep. You don't say that I was awake and now I'm awake, I don't know what happened. You say I went to sleep. So you know that there's something called sleep state which exists. Therefore, this tricky thing that, oh, I'm not aware of my sleep is not true. We're able to conclusively say that there is a state called sleep state because there is awareness of it. So in that, awareness is there but nothing else. Then what happens? We say, I woke up. So what actually wakes up? This sense of being wakes up inside you, inside this awareness. So what must being be? Must also be made up of the same awareness, isn't it? So it seems like a different form, seeing itself in a modulated form, the non-phenomenal itself in phenomenal form is coming, like Guruji says, the dynamic aspect of awareness is consciousness. Okay? Now, everything is awareness. Now, there's a form of awareness itself which is called consciousness. And in the light of this consciousness, all of this is made. All of this creation is there in consciousness, whether you call it a dream or a waking state. You see, in the dream also, everything is there. The world is there, and unlimited time and space seem to be there, just like in this world. So where is all of that? The same consciousness, projection of the same consciousness.
so it's all a projection of my consciousness. There's no your consciousness and her
So there is no
consciousness.
other you, it is all one consciousness.
So everybody opens up to the same consciousness.
Oh, everybody?
I mean, we
Yes,
come
yes.
to that place. Whatever consciousness you have, the same will be felt.
But you can only say, I am. You can never truly say that you are, isn't it? Because you can sense being, which is my being, I am. See? There is no actual way for you to verify that this is not a dream.
So that means everything is one only actually.
Yes, yes. So then, like this, it becomes a scene. See? Then you don't have to feel one. Oh, I feel so one. I feel so one. Not like that. You just see everything is just this one consciousness. You have a dream. There are millions of people. Yeah? Millions of people can be there in the dream. Where are all of them? One consciousness.
But that means Father, everything is one.
Yes, yes. That's what I'm saying. See, like this, then it's like this. Then there's this seeing, oh, that means, Father, everything is one. Is it reliant on some feeling of love or compassion?
But how is it possible, Father?
How this so? Yeah, how is this possible? What? The projection.
I'm just gonna laugh.
Yeah? It's possible, and that's why it's so beautiful that we have dreams, because we see it is possible. That this projection can happen. There can be people, you can feel pleasure, you can feel pain, you can feel hurt, you can feel scared, you can feel like they are your family, you can have all the feelings also for them. And yet all of this is where? It's a projection inside you.
It's a bit crazy, no?
It's too radical something. You're not crazier than you don't exist.
In consciousness is the emotion.
Everything is in consciousness. Everything is only in consciousness. All that is phenomenally tasted experience is in consciousness. Consciousness is not a state. It's this ground of being itself, consciousness. All states are coming inside that. And all states are allowed inside.
I don't understand anything, Khan.
Do you need to? Prakash says, Bhagwan Ananta, first when found Sangha of being, first satsang there was immense joy. Then there was a little resistance. Now everything is gone, no resistance. Prostrate before you and touch your feet with 100% surrender. Bhagwan is speaking. Thank you, my dear.
Can I come up, please, Father?
Yes, my dear, you can come. I'm happy your mic seems to be working now.
Yeah, it's because I'm not using Google anymore. Yeah, yesterday in the afternoon I found out that I was going to lose my job, and then in the evening I found out I was going to lose my home. Quite a day, and it's funny because I can really feel the kind of thrumming in the body, which normally I would have really identified with as fear, or I can feel it as fear or something. I can't even really identify the feeling of it's kind of like a oh crap, what am I going to do now kind of feeling. But I can also see it as just a part of the whole play, even though there's a real pull, there's a real pull there, and I can sort of almost feel the person in the wings going, oh, here's an opportunity. But I think that it's like it's the first time that something like this has happened, and I haven't been running around like a headless chicken trying to fix it. I'm just like, there's nothing. There's this. It's just a feeling in the body. It's not. It doesn't mean anything.
So is it one because of the other? Is it the house is related to you having a job, or is just
No, just completely unrelated. Yeah.
pulling out all the stops?
Yeah, it's like, one could say in the story that it's life trying to like really, provoke me. Yeah.
You now you'll fit even better into the Sanghai.
Knowing my luck, someone will offer me a job. That seems to happen here. But I always seem to get nice jobs where I can watch Satsang while I'm working. I don't mind working.
Yeah.
It's all the same, you know. It's all the same. Sitting on the beach, working. It's all the same. I can't differentiate. Yeah. Though actually, at the moment it's quite good because I really feel just to sit on my couch and just look at the wall quite a lot.
I know that.
Like the last week, that's pretty much all I've done. Is
There's
just
also this photo of Guruji where he's sitting inside his room. Was it his sister's house or his house? Where, when he's talking about that photo, he's always saying, in those days I would just sit like this. Many days. This one, yes. Here
yeah,
also, after I met him for the first time, it was just, I was sitting for a long time, nothing.
yeah. I'm quite happy just to sit around and just like I think Richard Sylvester was saying the other day how he quite enjoys watching paint dry, and in fact he quite enjoys watching dry paint.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah,
Being dry and watching dry paint.
yeah, I'm quite happy to watch dry paint. Yeah, yeah. So, yeah, I just wanted to
This is
just
so beautiful, you see, because to the mind it might sound strange. What are these people talking about? Looking at a wall, watching paint dry. It can seem like that. No? But actually, what it means is because there is no sense of anything being needed. And when we drop our worldly eyes in this way, what's in it for me, what's in it for me, then all phenomena are just phenomena. Nothing is needed from that. Whether it's paint drying or dry paint, or very busy work, it's all okay. It's all just appearing.
yeah, it's all the same. It's in fact, it sounds strange, but like, sitting there just staring into space or whatever, it's actually somehow quite entertaining. It just seems to, I don't know, I can't even explain it. I can't say what.
That is why I was talking about boredom that day, that this sense of boredom will vanish. You see, because you enjoy your presence so much, your own presence so much. How to get bored now? How to get bored? You see? Because your
Yeah,
own presence is so delicious. Every moment is so beautiful. What do I need to do to get bored? Can somebody explain? You
yeah.
see? Nothing can be
And
boring.
yeah, and the appearance, even though the appearance could be nothing, like just the floor, is fascinating. It's kind of got a strange fascination about it, but I
Yes.
can't say what it is.
But
It's
even if you were in this, there's an idea of limbo. No? The limbo means you can't tell what is up, what is down, what is left, what is right, what is in front. You can't tell whether there's object or gravity or anything. You see, this concept of limbo, even if you were in this limbo where nothing, no floor, no wall, no ceiling, nothing, no phenomena to see also, even then you would not be bored because your own presence is here.
yeah, even that would be, you know, it's impossible to speak of. Impossible. Yeah. So I think today I won't be watching paint dry. I'll be watching
And
this thrumming in my body.
this can be very entertaining actually, like you said. No? This can be very entertaining to see, especially in times of illness. This happens here. It's very entertaining to see this energy. This, this, you can watch these illness energies, and you can see the textural difference between them. and you can recognize that prior to this illness, the energy was a different, doing in a different way. So all of this can become quite entertaining in itself.
Yeah. Like I've got really bad joint pain, and it's like the thrumming from this sort of losing house and job is quite similar to the joint pain, and yet when seen, really, it's quite similar to the dry pain. You know, it just seems to be one seems to be more important than the other, but really, when the mind's taken out of the equation of the person's, it's not really that different. Yeah.
It's not different. Yes.
Yeah. So it's just so joyous to to speak with you, and just to be able to just just speak like this, because it kind of takes off the possible pressure as
Yes.
well. This the support of this satsang is just so important to me. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you, my dear. Thank you. And you always have a place to stay, and you always have a job if that's what you feel to do. Nothing. It needs to be given no attention at all.
No, I don't really mind. I don't really mind. It just doesn't matter. I can't even go there.
Yes.
Yeah, I
Because
just don't know.
sometimes what the mind does is it paints the picture of something horrible and says, no, 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 not this. Not this. So even this is nothing. You already say it is nothing.
Yeah, and like Palak just said, I just don't know anything at all, about all that. Nothing at all. I just don't know anything. That's great. It's great not to know anything.
It's fantastic. Fantastic.
Thank you, Father.
Love you, my dear.
I love you.
Shanti has been asking to come into the hangout for some time, so somebody who's been here can make some space. Shakti is here. Where is Shakti anyway? I just saw this message, I can leave, Father, I love you, thank you. And I never saw her throughout the hangout. Maybe she was in a dark room. Shakti is everywhere. Jerome. Yes. Ram wanted to say something as well.
Father, I just I just want to live so I can make space for Santi. Father, can you hear me?
It is not very clear. I just want what?
I just want to live so I can make space for Santi.
Not understanding. Make space. You want to leave? You want to leave? Oh, okay. No, we have space for her. You wanted to come in and share something, no?
There's just a lot of kind of. I have a plan that's like I will find a job and I work for a few months. And I can have money to come to Bangalore.
Yes.
And kind of. I don't know, like just something to come to India and live with you.
Yes, yes. Yes, if life makes this space, you must come. No need for any forcing in life, but if you find that life is making this space, then you must come. Then maybe we do this, we take a guest house in Bangalore or something. Everyone who wants to come and stay together. And it's fun, no? When you fight and they have all that Sangha drama. It's like a family. You can take some very simple place with maybe 5-6 rooms. Let's see. Jerome says, but be careful, father wants to travel. Actually, travel is something which is so unappealing to me right now. I don't feel to travel at all. Bhagwati ji also says, guest house in Bangalore, yes please. See you tomorrow. Hey, my dear, you can come whenever life makes that opportunity for you, you must come.
Yeah, the idea is to work and to make money, but now I still have no idea like how to find a job. I mean, I can work, like I can be a waiter. There's many job opportunity here, but the thing is, I just want to have money, but I don't want to work.
Yes, I know. That one. Yes, exactly. Everyone is agreeing, Nadeem. There's not one person watching Satsang who is not agreeing with you. But it can happen, no? Some European countries, the social security is so good. I met somebody from Germany in Guruji Satsang in 2009. And he said 10 years I've not worked, but my monthly social security itself is so good that I can come to India, I can stay comfortably. Yeah. So it is possible in some places. Might want to move to Germany.
Because here in my country, the salary is so low, so like I have to work really hard if I want to make money. So.
It's somewhat like India. No concept of you're unemployed, you'll get some money from somewhere. It's okay, it'll work itself out. Atma also says, yes, Father, I think same, me too. Should have money but nothing to no work. Prakash also says, yes, want money but no work. Atma says, Germany is great, as Sweden too, but not all the countries. And Atma says, Hans, if you feel to meet with me, I'm still near you in Sweden. Yes, yes, it'll be very good if you can meet you. Reminded me of that video. Have you all seen this video where this one comes and says, after meeting you, Guruji, to Mujiji, he's saying, after meeting you, so much peace, so much bliss, joy, just no money. You seen this? Some of you seen this? No? We'll share again in the send out. You seen some of you, one of you. This Indian guy, no? Indian looking guy who comes and says, so nice, peace, peace. He says, Guruji is bliss, bliss, yes, bliss. Love, love. Just one problem, no money.
It's the same way we see it now. Like some money in the picture.
Yeah. Money but no work. Actually, we're so blessed also because money has been mostly kept out of the equation so far. Because God has been so kind that there is no financial need for sustenance here. But like this, we can share no consideration about anything. This also is a blessing.
Can I just share a story?
Yes, my dear, of course.
In Rishikesh, it's echoing. I think it's your mic, Father. Thank you. In Rishikesh, near Ramjula, I'd go and sit up there, and there was this man, and he looked like a sadhu. Well, he was a sadhu, I guess. I don't know. And he was living on a step with some plastic bags, making some curtains and a few things in the corner. And he had a real look in his eyes, like a when you can see that look in someone's eyes, and there's something about him. So I used to go and sit near him. I was like drawn to just sit near him. And I go and sit near him a lot, and sometimes I'd give him some money or some food, and he wouldn't speak. He would just and he just seemed so at peace and so present. And then I found out later he was actually a German guy. And it just really struck me that, this guy didn't need anything at all. He was so just happy there, sitting by the Ganga with a few pots and a plastic bag and not that any of us really wants that, but but it just struck me, that's possible for somebody.
Plus, he was a German guy. He's not even taking his social security. Yeah, so it seemed like it. Yes, but one thing I must say about these sadhus also is that most of them are not real really sadhus. So because you saw, and I trust you because you have the right eyes to see, you saw that there was some resonance there, so you felt yes, that's fine. But very rare, like there's some sadhus where you meet with the real sadhus, like Ram Baba, I know some of you know him from Thiru. He comes to Rishikesh also every year. Beautiful, beautiful sadhu, very, very humble. In fact, he came to the Satsang in Thiru. And he had such a, he's so humble. He asked the same question. He said that when Satsang I'm with you, everything seems so clear and beautiful. Then when I go out back to my sadhu life and back to the same trouble. It is so beautiful, not that sadhu arrogance. Very rare to meet these beautiful sadhus. And especially in places like Rishikesh, I've been warning people. Be careful of some of the sadhus because they give you something, they say it's prasad, but it could be drug or something. Be very vigilant to some of these. Prakash says the bliss of some time cut off, mind start thinking about next job, how to support self, and this mind will always be like this, thinking about past or future, planning the next move. That's why I was saying it's very auspicious when it runs out of moves. In those situations, somewhere there's nothing really that can be done. It leaves you very open, makes you very open. What happened to Jane? Did she get blocked in the handout? Poor guy. By mistake, sometimes it happens. You know? Like once I blocked Jerome by mistake. And Shanti is not able to get in. No, do we need space or she's not able to, for some technical reason she's not able to get in, isn't it? And it says, I know I'm new, but I just want to truly say how much gratitude is here for all the Sangha and Father. Thank you, my dear. Some technical reason that Shanti is not able to come, so we don't have to make space. Just forget about it. Whatever it is, forget. If it's not something which can be forgotten about, then you can just share it. This is
We look and starts.
Bhagwati ji helping Shanti. Thank you, madam. Is there any story of the me which still seems relevant to you? The me or the I. Is there any story about Soumya which is still you feel relevant? A lot. We will clean out all of them.
Playing Krishna and Arjuna's
Yeah.
style.
Yeah.
Why didn't Krishna give him the recognition of that Arjuna is himself God?
Yeah.
We throughout our stories everywhere, that duality is what is being shown. And God, you're getting Krishna. You're not it. That kind of thing. Why is
Well, I would say that before that question, that's what Krishna's endeavor was, that you are this formless, nothing is happening to you, this war is just appearing, it's only attachment which you feel. All this, what we are saying, that is only about belief. So it's not really the battlefield, because I don't feel in any battlefield you will have that kind of time to have this conversation, you will have arrows coming at you immediately. So this is a metaphorical battlefield where these attachments, hundreds of attachments you can have, hundreds of identities. And you say, this is me, how can I let go of them? See, Arjuna's problem was what? He was saying, how can I attack my family? These are my loved ones. And what is it that we love? All of these identities that we have. Father identity, child identity. So it's saying like this. So it's a metaphorical battlefield. The story of the Gita, the story of the Mahabharata is this battlefield which is all of us. Where these attachments, 100. Nobody has 100 sons. But we have hundreds of attachments. So it's talking about these. And you can also, there are some interpretations, some commentaries in the Gita where each of the 100 have been identified. This one, this one, this one, this one. But here we're not doing one by one. We're finding out who is this one who is attached. And so you see this, there is no one that has this attachment also, then the attachment cannot survive. Because it relies on the belief that I am this one and this is near and dear to me.
did Arjuna really wake up to that understanding? Did he really understand that?
Doesn't seem like it. It's not. It's unlike in the Yoga Vasisht, which the Yoga Vasisht is where after the conversation with Vasisht, Ram sees that he's not this, and he sees the truth of what he is. It doesn't seem like the end of the Bhagavad Gita. Like this. I might be wrong, so please no hate me long. I'm no expert in any of these matters, but just in my reading of it, it seemed like it was. And the beautiful aspect of this is that it shows us that even what we say the avatar, when it takes this conditioned birth, then some conditioning touches that also. And that's why he needed to have that conversation with the Sadhguru. So, for those who have this conditioned birth, even after awakening, Ram is said to have cried after Sita was taken away. So in this, and these are beautiful stories, because for a change, they're not glorifying the awakened ones. Constantly saying they were so beyond, which makes it seem so unapproachable. That it's not possible for me, because when my husband and I don't agree, it still hurts. So is freedom possible for me? So when we hear these stories, that even the avatar of God Himself, when he came into a conditioned birth, he felt grief, he felt hurt. But there is hope for everyone. Shivani says, Father, you know how you can see the ego in others? Yes. It happens here that it is seen when it is going on here too. Okay? But at this point, seeing it doesn't always make it stop in that moment or reduce the attachment in that moment. But it is noticed more when it is going on here. This is when it is more useful, where you can see it going on here. And more, when the expectation goes, that now that I see it, it must go, then you will find that its bite actually is now reducing on its own. So you'll be able to spot it here, you'll be able to spot it there, but it means nothing. It doesn't mean that you will not be able to report that I spot it. But does it change anything for you? Does it change the fact that you know that it is one being? This will go. For a while, I know it also seems like you're very forgiving about everything that comes from here. You see, yes, this is the play, you see, this is the play, but I am just being. That everything that seems to appear from others in front of us, we seem to be very still affected by, especially our partners. So it can play like this also. And then we use that also for our inquiry, and we see it's all just the same play. Same play. Otherwise, it can seem like this, no? That oh, I'm so enlightened now, but my husband is still so unenlightened. But then when we come into this realization that there is no me, therefore there is no separate entity called my partner, wife, husband, whatever. Then you look from the sense of, oh, this one is still speaking as a person with so much conviction and belief. It doesn't mean anything they can say will convince you that they are still a person. You can still smell it, you can still see it, but it will not convince you, just like nothing that can be said from this mind can convince me that I am a person. Song? What do you even sing? Maybe somebody wants to sing over there? Priya is here, Devika is here.
I can sing. I haven't sang for ages.
Yes, yes, very good, very good.
I just need to get my guitar and remember what to play. Anantaji, beloved Father Guruji. Anantaji, beloved Father Guruji. I bow at your lotus feet. I die at your lotus feet. My heart belongs to you. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Anantaji, beloved Father Guruji. Anantaji, beloved Father Guruji. I bow at your lotus feet. I die at your lotus feet. My heart belongs to you. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya.
Thank you so much, my dear. Thank you. Yes, everybody. Of course.
Guru Mahima Gao, Guru Mahima Gao, Guru Mahima Gao, Guru Mahima Gao. Sorry. Guru Mahima Gao, Guru Mahima Gao, Guru Mahima Gao, Sadguru Sri Ananta Guru, Sadguru Sri Ananta Guru, Brahmananda Ananta Guru, Brahmananda Ananta Guru, Sarvadharma Priya Ananta Guru, Sarvadharma Priya Ananta Guru, Ananta Guru, Sri Ananta Guru, Ananta Guru, Ananta Guru, Sarvadharma Priya Ananta Guru, Guru ke Vani गाओ, गुरु के वाणी गाओ, गुरु महिमा गाओ, गुरु महिमा गाओ, गुरु महिमा गाओ, सद्गुरु श्री अनंत गुरु, ब्रह्मानंदा अनंत गुरु, ब्रह्मानंदा अनंत गुरु, सर्वधर्म प्रिय अनंत गुरु, सर्वधर्म प्रिय अनंत गुरु, अनंत गुरु, अनंत गुरु, सर्वधर्म प्रिय अनंत गुरु, गुरु के वाणी गाओ, गुरु के वाणी गाओ, गुरु महिमा गाओ, गुरु महिमा गाओ।
Oh, Claire can't see me now. But others it seemed like everyone else can. Thank you, Claire, for moderating so beautifully today. We can play the invocations.
Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Parabrahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah. Dhyanmulam Guru Murti, Pujamulam Guru Padam, Mantramulam Guru Vakyam, Mokshamulam Guru Kripa, Mokshamulam Mujiji Kripa, Mokshamulam Anantaji Kripa. Sarvesham swastir bhavatu, sarvesham shantir bhavatu, sarvesham purnam bhavatu, sarvesham mangalam bhavatu, sarve bhavantu sukhina, sarve santu niramya, sarve patrani pashantu, akasyit bhakvavet. Asatoma Satkamiya, Tamasoma Jyotir Gamiya, Mrityurma Amritam Gamiya. Om Purnamida Purnamidam Purnat Purnamadachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Brahma Paramastu. Om Shri Sadguru Bhagavan Ki Jai. Om Shri Sadguru Mujiji Ki Jai.
Thank you all so much for being in Satsang today. Sadguru Shri Mujiji Ki Jai.
Sadguru Shri Anantaji ki Jai.
Jay.
Jay.
Yay.
Jay.
Oh, Shanti, yes. So after the broadcast is over, you can stay back in the hangout. All of us can stay back. Thank you, Claire. Thank you so much. We can turn the broadcast off now.